guys, and welcome to our next interactive read aloud. We are getting actually close to the end of the book. We are on page 219, and there are, let's see here, 295 pages. We have less than 100 pages left, which is pretty crazy that we're already that far into it. But just for those of you that maybe forgot, we are reading Out of Our Mind by Sharon Draper. This book is about a young girl named Melody going through the challenges of cerebral palsy and school, and she's a 5th grader. She's on a whiz kid team. She's extremely intelligent, and she's just going through life with some more obstacles than what we would have. So I'm going to just start right into chapter 25 and go from there. Here we go. OMG, what a night. I still can't believe how everything turned out once the championship round began. That's when Mr. Kingsley explained. The question this time will be a bit more difficult. Scoring, however, will be the same. The team with the best score out of 100 possible points will be our champion. He picked up the cards that contained the quiz. Questions and smiled. Here is question number 1. What is a diplopia? A, double vision. B, left-handedness. C, a disease of the gums. D, a form of cancer. Oh boy, he wasn't kidding. This was going to be a killer round. I was sure the answer was A, though, kind of. When the answer was revealed, double vision, as correct, whew, Rose, Connor, and I got it right. Claire missed it. Everyone on the Perry Valley team answered it correctly. The score was 3-4. Number 2, Mr. Kingsley said. Who is the composer of Rhapsody in Blue? A, Mozart. B, Gershwin. C, Copland. D, Beethoven. Bing, 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 bing. Thanks to my parents and Mrs. V, that was a little easier. I pushed the button for B. One person on the Perry Valley team got it wrong, and Claire messed up as well. That made the score 6-7. With Perry Valley ahead, everyone could feel the tension. The next 20 questions covered things like lions in the jungle, gravity in space, authors of famous books, and math. Some of those I even got right. Bing, 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 bing. Even though Connor aced a hard spelling problem and Claire came through on a difficult history question, Perry Valley kept staying 1 or 2 points ahead of us. It was getting near the end of the round. Perry Valley had surged ahead on a math question and was up by 3 points. It looked pretty grim for us. With a score of 78-81, I glanced at Connor, sweat dripping from his nose. Then Mr. Kingsley said, the condition in which the person may be able to hear colors or visualize flavors when music is played is called A, synthesis, B, symbiosis, C, synthesia, D, symbolism. I grinned and pushed in C. Not only was it one of Mrs. V's vocabulary words, it explained who I am. It was me. I breathed a sigh of relief when I realized that Connor and Claire and Rose had also chosen the right answer. When the results were tallied, only one of the Perry Valley kids got it right. The score stood at 82-82. It was time for the very last question. This would determine the group that would go to Washington. I glanced at Rose and the others. I think we all gulped at the same time. Our last question of the evening, Mr. Kingsley began, is a mathematics problem. I groaned inside. There goes our trip to Washington. I may as well go back to room H5 and hide there for the next 1,000 years. Number 25, Mr. Kingsley said slowly. Lisa gets up every morning and gets ready for school. She takes 22 minutes to get dressed, 18 minutes to eat breakfast, and 10 minutes to walk to school. What time should Lisa get up so she can arrive at school at 7:25 a.m.? A, 6:15 a.m., B, 6:20 a.m., C, 6:25 a.m., or D, 6:35 a.m.? I need to add, then subtract. How do I subtract time? I need to see a clock. I'm getting all mixed up. Time is running out. I can't mess up now. It could have been C, but it might have been D. I thought a moment more. Then I pushed D, feeling like I was going to throw up. The answers lit up on the screen. Everybody on our team had answered D. Either we were all correct or all really terrible at figuring out time problems. 3 students on the Perry Valley team had answered D. One of them had answered C. Well, it looks like we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely pleased to announce that the team that will represent us in Washington, D.C. this year and the team we hope to see on Good Morning America with the score of 86-85 is He paused for effect. Spalding Street Elementary School. I couldn't help it. I squealed. I kicked. My arms jerked crazily. I tried really hard to control it, but I just couldn't help it. My body went a little wacko on me. Shut her up, I heard Claire hiss. Shh, Rose whispered through her clenched teeth. Thank you for watching our telecast, Mr. Kingsley said, throwing a quick glance at me. Please join us in 2 weeks when we televise the finals from Washington. This is Charles Kingsley. Good night. He signaled that he was finished, and the cameras blinked too hard, and the lights blessedly clicked off. I couldn't stop kicking. My arms acted like a wind-up toy gone bananas. I screamed with joy. At least nobody noticed this time, because hoots and hollers abounded as dozens of people stormed the stage. Dad balanced Penny in one arm and the camcorder in another. Mom, Catherine, and Mrs. V rushed over to me and almost smothered me with hugs. Mrs. V tried to look as if she weren't surprised, but her grin seemed to be permanently attached. Mr. Dimming, the alternates, and all the parents of the rest of the kids on the team cheered and jumped and patted one another on the back. One of the parents streamed confetti over us. Balloons appeared from nowhere. Somebody in the studio turned the speakers up loud and played the song Celebration. People started to dance. It seemed as if a million pictures were taken. Amazingly, lots were being taken of me. I did my best to calm down and relax. Smile, Melody, called a guy with the baseball cap. Click, flash. Can someone sit her up a little straighter in her chair? Click, flash. Get a picture of the kid in the wheelchair. I think that guy was a reporter. Click, flash. Where's the winning team? Another reporter asked loudly. We want a team picture for the newspaper. Why don't you kids stand around Melody? Okay, now smile. Click, flash. I could barely see. Blue dots danced in front of my eyes. We want the winning team for a TV interview, someone else called out. Can we have them over here? People shuffled around and a stagehand helped set us up. Connor, Rose, and Claire sat in chairs next to me. Amanda, Molly, Elena, and Rodney stood behind us. Mr. Dimming stood next to Rodney. I hoped that my hair looked okay, and I wouldn't look too goofy. The reporter silenced the crowd as the cameramen lined up and got into position. Good evening, this is Elizabeth Oka of Channel 6 News. I am here in our studio as we speak to students from Spalding Street Elementary School. Victorious members of the winning team of the Whiz Kids competition held here tonight. These are 8 of the brightest young people in our community who buzzed their way to victory tonight. Let's meet them. We'll start with the alternates in the back row, the youngsters who will fill in should one of the team members not be able to participate. Please tell me your names and ages, she asked as she put the microphone in front of each student. Amanda Firestone, age 12. Molly North, age 11. Elena Rodriguez, age 12. Rodney Mazul, age 11 and a half. That got a laugh. Miss Oka continued, and seated in front of me is the championship team. Please tell me your names as well. My name is Claire Wilson, and I'm 11, and I've got more right than anyone else on my team. Good for you, Miss Oka said. I know you studied hard for this. The reporter moved quickly to Rose. And you are? Rose Spencer, age 11. Rose said, sounding shy. What stands out for you this evening? The reporter asked as the camera moved in closer. I was on last year's team, and we lost by only a few points, so it's real exciting to win this time. I'm very proud of our team. Rose was beaming. Great answer, and we're proud of you as well, Miss Oka said. And now to this tall young man. Your name, sir? He asked Connor. Connor Bates. Hi, Mom. Connor spoke loudly into the mic. Do you remember the hardest question you were given tonight? The reporter asked him. I thought all the questions were super easy, Connor said with a grin. I missed a few on purpose so the other contestants wouldn't feel bad. Miss Oka burst into a tinkly laugh. How does it feel to be on a team with a very special team member? She asked. Hey, Melody is okay. She's really smart. Let me introduce you to... But I wasn't about to let him steal my thunder. My name is Melody Brooks, and I'm 11 years old, my machine said loudly and clearly. The reporter looked amazed. Well, this is astounding. How does it feel to be part of the winning team, Melody? I pressed my key for super. She laughed. Was it difficult to study and prepare for the competition? Miss Oka asked. No, lots of people helped me. What was the hardest part about participating tonight? Hoping I wouldn't mess up. She smiled. We all feel like that sometimes. Are you excited about traveling to Washington, D.C.? Oh, yes. Have you ever been there before? No. How will being on the winning team change your life at school? I thought that was a good question. Not much, I admitted. Then the reporter waited. patiently while I took the time to tap the right words. Maybe kids will talk to me more. I talk to her all the time, Claire interjected. But Rose and Connor looked at her with frowns. Huh? Rose said. Miss Oka moved away from me and over to Claire. So you consider yourself to be Melody's friend? Oh, absolutely, Claire said, with the bounce of her cinnamon-colored curls. She and I eat lunch together every day and test each other on questions for the quiz team. Melody's a lot smarter than she looks. Rose raised her hand to speak, but the reporter shook her head. I'm so sorry, but we're out of time, she told Rose. To the camera, she said, in addition to a great group of kids, we've just met two remarkable young women, best friends in spite of their differences, and members of the winning Washington-bound Whiz Kids quiz team. Congratulations to you all. I was stunned. Claire? All right, that is the end of that chapter. And we ended that chapter on a pretty interesting note. So it's really exciting to know that they won the championship round. They're headed to Washington, D.C. They're going to compete at the national level. But as they're getting interviewed, unfortunately, Claire steals the thunder and says, oh, I'm Melody's friend. Everyone look at me. I'm so cool. Which we all know is a big fat lie. And it really upset Melody because Claire obviously is taking the fame, the 15 minutes of fame that she get from being friends with someone that's different and not for the right reasons. So I'm going to post an activity with this video. Hopefully you guys don't have any issues with it. If you do, don't be afraid to message me. Take care, and I'll see you at the next video.